Yo, welcome back to New Entry Wrestling Podcast. I am your host, Sexy Ian. Having not said that in a long time, and I'm here with my co-host, Ever. What it do, baby?
Hey, and hey, listeners out there, how you guys doing?
What's up, Ever? It's been a long time, man.
I know.
It's been a long time.
Holidays and got sick,
We both got sick, man.
Yeah.
God damn, that was horrible.
Yeah.
Anxiety, panic attacks. Jeez, Hey, but it's a new year. So let's get into this episode. But first, you told me some big news, man. You're starting to look for a new house. You and your
Yeah.
wife. Congrats on that, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Bravo.
First time home buyer, so we're gonna see what happens,
Yeah, that's cool, man. Congrats on that. But you guys didn't find a house yet. You guys are just
lucky because they say like with the market, you gotta start early.
Yeah.
And you gotta close like 3 months or two months before you buy. So.
And then depending on the house you pick, you may have to fix it. You told me that you're not trying to find a fixer upper, but you know, there is some houses where it's just small things.
Yeah.
But
like a little floor here and there, a little like I could redo the floors of the year or something.
Right.
Nothing crazy.
Yeah. But no, that's good, man. Congrats on that.
Yeah.
So hopefully you guys find your dream house soon. Not too soon, because I did say I wanted your condo when you guys move out. Yeah, you know, there's I mean, congrats, but hey, take your time, man. I'm not quite there to get your condo yet.
Yeah, I know, right?
You know, but anyways, man, let's go ahead and get started with Impact Hard to Kill. Yo,
it's your strong suit.
Oh my gosh, I enjoyed obviously I couldn't watch it live.
Yeah,
I had to watch the replay, but I did order the pay-per-view. But man, like the opening, well, everything from I don't know what they call the 10
pre-show.
The pre-show was
the 10 bell.
Yeah, the 10 bell salute for Don West. That was nice, and then the pre-show was really good. And I was mad because Trey Miguel and Black Taurus was like the pre-show, but yeah, right.
What?
But it was good. I think it's because they faced each other in pay-per-views before, and it was just like, okay, you know, everything on the card was brand new, like new matches, except for that one. It was like a rematch, so maybe that's why they're like, okay, we're gonna put you guys in the pre-show. But the opening match, Bully Ray versus Josh Alexander.
That was the opening match?
That was the opening match.
Not even a main event?
So
I didn't see the show.
I knew. So Jordan Grace and Mickie James, I'm like, oh, that's going to be the main event, right? And then Josh Alexander, Bully Ray, I'm thinking, oh, this is going to be like a 2-3 months feud, you know? But then they announced that it's going to be a Full Metal Mayhem. I was like, oh, I guess that's going to be the main event then. Because, you know, Full Metal Mayhem, Bully Ray, you know, it's TLC.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, I see where this is going. And no, it was the opening match.
Wow.
So, and it was a great thing it did, because man, if that would have closed the show, or let's say it was the semi-main event before Mickie James match, it would have took away from Mickie James' moment. So even if Jordan Grace would have won, it would have, you know,
taken away from them.
It would have taken their moment away from them. So it was a great opening match, and oh my gosh, crazy spots. Josh, I sent you videos of it. Josh Alexander was on the ladder. Bully Ray pushed the ladder, and he landed in the ring on thumbtacks. It was just so. Tommy Dreamer showed up. Josh Alexander showed up. Josh Alexander's wife showed up. Did the Spike Dudley finisher on Bully Ray, because I forgot she used to be a wrestler too.
Oh,
that's how they met. So it was very great. The only thing did surprise me was I already knew he wasn't gonna hit him with the C4, the double underhook power driver that Josh Alexander does. It was just gonna be I didn't know how he was gonna win unless with the ankle lock, but he wasn't really working on the ankle. But Bully Ray eventually tapped out.
Oh.
So, but I gotta say, Josh Alexander is a great wrestler and a great impact. But that night, Bully Ray made Josh Alexander a superstar. Like, he put him over. Great story. This is why great wrestling matches is great. Don't get me wrong, bell to bell. But the story behind it and the storytelling in the ring, like, oh my gosh, it's just like 5 out of 5, man. Like, and that's obviously that's my opinion.
Yeah.
But again, it's not because of the ring, the wrestling that took place in the ring. It was like a hardcore match, but it's the story behind it. The the match itself delivered the story basically, and it was a great. I don't know if the feud's going to continue or not, but if it doesn't, that's a great feud, a great match to end with a great story.
Yeah.
And Chris Jericho said it himself, where I would rather have a great story and a good match, because sometimes than a having a lame story and then having an amazing match, because nobody's going to remember it.
Yeah.
If you have a great story, people, the little things you do in that match, people are going to appreciate, because it's like what you're doing in the ring adds up to the story.
Mm.
So, and that's what they did. That's why I got to give it 5 out of 5. After that was the tag team match. I didn't know it was an elimination match. I totally forgot about that. I forgot who it was. I think Major Player pinned Zack Ryder pinned Rhino, and like within like I don't know how long the match was, and I was just like, oh, we got new tag team champions.
Wow.
And then the announcer was like, oh, Rhino's eliminated, and I was like, oh, it's an elimination match. I was so
They
thrown
were the
off.
champions, right?
No, they dropped the belts to Motor City Machine Guns.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, and then the Motor City Machine Guns ended up retaining their title. The match was good. I guess it was just the problem. What I hate about the Impact Zone, because you know we've been to Sacrifice.
Yeah.
It's not very they're
Production.
no, the production is, they need better production, because the quality of the wrestling, the story is really great. But you've seen their video package of like backstage stuff of storytelling, like Rosemary. It's very good. But when it comes to the production on like the ring, it's like it's okay.
Yeah.
It's like Ring of Honor stuff. Where I was going with? No, it's just when it comes to high spots, it's very difficult for them to do. It's like they have certain areas, like in the WWE and AEW, they have like big spaces where they could jump anywhere.
Yeah.
Where in Impact Zone, it's like certain spots.
Yeah.
And but they did good. Match, I gave it 4 out of 5, only because it was an elimination match.
Yeah.
So it made you be like, ooh, who's gonna get eliminated next?
Yeah.
After that, I believe it was Joe Henry versus Joe Henry versus Moose.
Yeah.
Moose technically won. Obviously, he cheated, but Santino Marella showed up. He's basically the GM now, because of Scott Amore got power driver and put through a table because of Bully Ray.
Wow.
So Santino Marella is basically the new GM.
But he's Santino Marella.
Yeah, he's Santino Marella.
So Impact probably like bought out the copyright.
I don't think they bought it off. I think so. You know
it
how
expires. Something
yeah,
like,
because that's what happened with Ryback. He could use, even though Ryback legally changed his name to Ryback.
Yeah.
But he stated saying that the contract is, or whatever, the copyright is over, and they didn't decide to renew it. So yeah, so I guess that's what happened with Santino Marella as well.
Surprised, like of all the people, Santino's the one they like don't let expire. What about everybody other wrestlers? You know, like.
But the WWE and Impact, they have great relationship anyways.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really surprise me.
Yeah. Okay.
And plus, it's the gimmick too. It's not like, oh, I'm a regular guy. You know, I forgot his real name, because before he was on Impact using his real name, but he wasn't acting like Santino Marella.
Oh.
Now he showed up. You know, you remember Santino Marella. He talks like the whole Italian accent. So it was great. And oh my gosh, I really hope we get Moose versus Santino Marella. That's going to be a fun match. But anyways, Joe Henry, Santino Marella restart the match. So Joe Henry retain or regain his digital media champion. I got to give that 4 out of 5. Great storytelling in the ring, and also outside of the ring. They like what they did to build up this match. They delivered in that ring. I believe the next one was the Fatal 4-Way. It was okay. It was the lowest score I gave. It was 3.5. Masha Slamovich won. But to be honest, the only reason why I give it that low is because I don't really remember. There's nothing. There was some nice high spots, but nothing in that match for me to be like, I
I want to
can't
rewatch
remember.
it.
Yeah, rewatch it, or I can't even remember what happened. So I give
Okay.
it like 3.5 out of 5.
Okay.
So the next one I believe was Steve Macklin versus Rich Swann. That one, so they started fighting backstage, but the microphone was not, it wasn't clear enough. So they started, like, Rich Swann had a backstage segment, and then Steve Macklin attacked them. So they brawled outside in the back. It was fine. But once they got to the ring, that's where it's like it started to pick up and
Yeah.
stuff and got a little bit better. Because of that, I got to give it a 3.5. Raven was in commentary, so
Oh,
that was
nice.
cool. So, but yeah, it was just like it's just like how it started. It wasn't that great, but like from the middle to ending, it got really good.
Okay.
Um, I don't remember. I guess after that, oh, match. See, this is what put. So this is tough. Match of the night, personally, was Full Metal Mayhem, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is, that was hardcore rules, basically.
Yeah.
If we're talking about pure wrestling, match of the night goes to Jonathan
Grisham. Yeah.
versus Eddie Edwards.
Ooh.
That was match of the night of pure wrestling.
Mm.
So great storytelling in the ring. Oh my gosh, it the best technical wrestling that I have seen in Impact Wrestling in a long time. So maybe in overall, I watched the match with Zack Sabre Jr. I think with Orange Cat. No, I don't remember who he wrestled. He wrestled somebody, and it was very good technical wrestling. But this one for Impact or the beginning of 2023,
Yeah.
I got to give it 5 out of 5.
Oh, wow.
So then there's the main event, the last rodeo for Mickey James. I really was confused because I was like, is this so if Mickey James wins, is she going to retire or only when she loses?
Only when she loses, no?
So yeah, if she loses. So it was title versus career. Mickey James won. It was a great story. Uh Again, it was one of those things where what they did in the match delivered, it matched the same level as the story behind it. And there was a lot of moments where I'm like, oh my God, Mickey James gonna win. Oh my gosh, she's gonna lose. And she eventually won with the Tornado DDT. And she got the W. Now she's the new Impact Knockouts champion. And I gotta give it 5 out of 5 because bell to bell, 4 out of 5. But because of the story behind it and the build up to the story and it delivered, I gotta give it 5. So out of this show, I give it 5 out of 5, man. It was like it was the best. So one, it's been a long time since I gave Impact a 5 out of 5. And this is like since I was a fan of 2000 back in like 2006.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, it's been a long time since I said 5 out of 5. But if I had to give you a spot, like name you a pay-per-view that was 5 out of 5, the one that comes to mind is TNA Bound for Glory 2012.
Oh, wow. So
It's
more a
been
decade.
Yeah.
More than a decade.
Yeah.
Wow.
So and they were still being called TNA Wrestling
Yeah.
at that time. So that's a long time. And that's the same pay-per-view, again, in my opinion, that I could give you 5. No, I don't even think I could give you, I think, oh, no, I don't even think. Yeah, so this is the first only pay-per-view that I could think of right now that I gave 5-star matches.
Oh, wow.
So that's,
it's been a while.
yeah, it's been I don't even think I ever gave them 5-star matches.
Okay, so
for 3.
you had 3 5-star matches, right?
Right.
So if you had to choose one and delete 2 of them, which one would you keep?
Oh, that's bogus as hell.
Hey,
I hate you for that. The show's canceled. Damn.
Just one, and the other 2 out of your memory forever.
That's damn, dude. That's bogus as hell that you're doing that to
Hey,
me.
man. Hey, go on, delete the rest.
God damn.
Make this a short.
Man, I can't. I gotta go with the. I'm gonna go with Full Metal Mayhem because second would be if Bully Ray would have won, I would have said Mickey James. But I don't know. It's hard. I don't know how. It really depends on how Bully Ray would have won.
Yeah.
But like I said in the big, like I told you, I even tweeted about it.
Yeah.
Bully Ray made Josh Alexander a star that night. So I got to go with that one.
Okay.
Yeah, but that was tough though.
Yeah.
So
Especially when you had 3 of them in one
yeah,
paper. That's a
that's
lot.
what I'm
That's
saying.
like,
Like,
whoa.
do you understand? Like, you don't understand. That's what bothers me. People need to start checking out Impact, and it's just like, you know what happens when you get. It's same thing with us, and same thing with YouTubers. What happens when you start getting views? You start making a little money, and what happens when you get those money? You use it to get better
Program.
equipment.
Yeah.
What happens once you get better equipment? You get better quality. That's what Impact needs.
Yeah.
You know, so people need to go help out, support. They have many ways. They have the Impact Plus. They have the YouTube Insider. So it's like little things. Order their pay per view once in a while. You know,
Yeah.
if you look at their cards, if you think, hey, that's an amazing card, let me order it. You
Yeah.
know, so it's like even with the YouTube Premium and YouTube Impact Plus, you don't get the pay per views, but you get the monthly the live premium that they do, like Sacrifice and
Yeah.
stuff like that. You could watch it on there.
Mm.
So I'm telling you, people, you guys go check out Impact Wrestling.
Yeah.
But anyways, Ever, you went to what show did you go last night?
Oh, New Wave Pro Anniversary 11. I liked it a lot.
How was it?
It
That was
was
the one where
great.
Carlitos was in,
Yeah,
right?
Carlito was there. Mr. K was there. Killing King was there.
Who did Mister? I was picturing Mr. Kennedy or Anderson, but who did Carlito face?
He faced a guy called ZDP.
ZDP.
He's a local guy from the
Okay,
promotion. It was a good match.
that's good.
Yeah, so I liked the show a lot. It was like 500 people in there.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
that's
so
crazy.
it was really nice. So we're like,
Do they usually draw that many people, or is it
they
because
say
of
they broke a
Carlito?
record
Oh wow.
for that venue.
Oh, for that
So
venue.
it was packed. Like it was packed.
So
'Cause we thought it was gonna be packed. We thought it was gonna get full, but we're like, it's packed.
hmm.
Like 500 plus people were like, there's no joke. It's 500 plus.
so a good amount of them was probably because of Carlitos then,
Yeah.
because he doesn't really come to the states that often.
No, not often. I think
Yeah,
it only had a show in Indy or something.
he had a show here in Chicago last year, I believe.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think he
Yeah, he
comes.
doesn't come often
Yeah,
because he still runs WWC, I think, or no?
which is in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, San Juan.
So yeah, so I guess maybe that's why.
Yeah, so I'll give the show. It was a good show overall. Like it had like a slow burn, but then it went quick, and then it was like at the end it was really really crazy.
Yeah, yeah,
But you
that's
guys
cool.
check them out. New Wave Pro. We sponsored their show, but yeah, you guys check them out.
Yeah, check out New Wave Pro. Um, anyways, let's go ahead, change the topic. We're gonna go. Vince McMahon is
Yeah,
back in office,
yeah.
but Stephanie
Resigned. Yeah,
resigned. But this was didn't she try to resign last year?
she tried to resign last year before Vince
Did
retired.
she try to resign, or was she gonna just take time off?
No, she was gonna resign.
Okay.
Like she was just gonna be like, I'm done. Obviously, she has kids too.
Yeah.
They have
And
kids.
this is when Triple H was still like recovering from the
Yeah, so he was recovering, and she was, and then Vince McMahon was like, "Oh, I gotta stay then."
right.
And then once Triple H came back, I think Stephanie all along wanted to leave eventually.
Hmm.
It's like Shane, you know, eventually you're like, okay, I've been in this business for like 30 plus years. Well,
It's not so much that, it's more like I'm not gonna run the company, am I?
Yeah.
So that's why they're like,
And then we found out she had leg surgery recently, ankle surgery. So
yeah.
she was like injured.
Yeah.
Like she was injured. Like,
How was she injured? I was just like,
I don't know.
next
She
thing,
probably
yeah.
broke her. She probably snapped her ankle doing something. I don't know. But
Unless
like,
it's a long term injury and she
yeah,
just finally like she's
she's like,
able
I
to
need time off.
yeah,
I need just. She might come back. Who knows? You never know.
right.
But Vince McMahon, yeah, he's back in charge to do a sell for WWE. We don't know which company yet.
Well,
There was reports.
the breaking news at the time was he sold it to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
That like it was not official, well, official with air quotes.
Yeah.
But it was official that he sold the company to them. But then more news broken, like saying like, oh, it's not true, because WWE didn't announce it. But then I heard, like I told you, Vince made it known, saying like, if he does sell to them, it's not going to be public.
Yeah.
It's going to be, they're not going to be like, yeah, I sold it to Saudi Arabia. It's like, no, I sold WWE, and that was going to be the end of it. So that's what people are like trying to fight it, saying, no, it is true, because Vince just said this,
Yeah.
but then people are saying no, it's not true, and a lot of people were gonna quit because of it. A lot of fans were gonna be like, if I'm done with WWE if it's true.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know. Now everything, it's at a
Yeah.
point where it's just like it's kind of similar. I don't want to say similar to Cody Rhodes' return, but it's kind of like how Cody Rhodes is gonna go to WWE, but
Yeah.
he's still under contract with AEW,
Yeah.
and he's gonna be at WrestleMania. It's like that where it's like, you know what? We'll talk about it, but I'm not gonna believe it.
Yeah.
We'll see when it happens.
Yeah.
You know?
Because I don't know. Because I mean, he's gonna still be in charge. So does he want to run to the ground? I mean, I'd rather have it with Comcast, something. Because if you move it out of
Disney
the,
Plus,
if you move outside the U.S., like, I mean, I understand like with Saudi Arabia, but Ronaldo signed with the soccer team he signed with is owned by Saudi Arabia.
Oh yeah, I heard about.
They're owned
that.
by the same that same PIF, whatever
Right.
PIF. They're owned by So are we gonna cancel Ronaldo for that? And then they want to sign Messi too. Do we cancel Messi for that too? You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
I mean,
it's like certain things. It's like it's okay.
Yeah, I get if a wrestler too wants to leave because they don't want to agree with the politics of that country. But at the same time, like
for me, yeah, no, for me, it's more like why would you leave? Why can't you wait until they fire you?
Yeah,
and
you get sued. Well, you're independent contractor, but you're still under contract.
Right.
It's kind of weird how independent.
That's what I'm saying. Like, why would you quit?
Yeah.
I mean, first of all, wouldn't they have to approve it?
Yeah.
Like,
so yeah, that's the thing. Like, we don't know. So I think
weird.
I think even Triple H reaffirmed the roster. They had a meeting the other day. I think it was on Friday, where they
before SmackDown.
Yeah, he reaffirmed them that like, I'm still head of creative. Things are still moving forward. Because I don't think like, what would he do WrestleMania? And all those, you do them all in Saudi Arabia. You're gonna not make money. You probably make money but you're gonna only be in one.
Is it a bad idea? No, but the bad thing is
the administration that runs it.
The fans is not gonna be able to go over there.
Yeah,
that's the only
problem. The country's really
unless they decide to do it on Dubai.
Yeah, but they have to have it in the U.S. too because all those contracts are in the U.S. So I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it might be Comcast. It might be Fox. It might be Fox and Comcast. Like, we'll do 50-50. We control Raw. You control SmackDown. We'll just have to like actually make it a separate. WWE will be like Comcast owns Fox. Comcast owns because they own NBC. They own USA. So we'll keep Raw. You guys keep SmackDown, and NXT will. I don't know. We'll see.
It's just but I said it in the last episode saying that I feel like the way how Vince is acting is like a ex-girlfriend trying to come back saying like I'm gonna change and all that, being all dramatic, just to get back with their partner. And then so it's like I'm trying to get all this attention so you could take me back.
Yeah.
So the problem is, okay, Vince is back. Are you gonna change, or are you still gonna go? Are you gonna go back to how you used to be?
Yeah.
And like I don't have a problem with Vince being in office. It's just like the creative side, and it's like he had his moments. Don't get me wrong, but it's just like Triple H has done so well. Yeah. And we said this before. Like I totally forgot about AEW. I forgot about Impact. Because of how things Triple H. I started watching Raw and SmackDown again. Obviously not live. I'll watch it on Hulu the next day or two.
Yeah.
But it's because of him.
Yeah.
It's just like, let him run it.
Yeah.
I know I'm just one person, but I'm pretty sure there's people like that too, where it's like, I just watched the replay.
Yeah.
And then finding out, oh, it was a great show. Okay, let me go watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
So if Vince is gonna take control back of creative side, I hope it doesn't. But if it does happen, I let it happen after WrestleMania.
Yeah, because you already built all this stuff, and you're gonna like, we're doing releases again. I'm like, oh.
Yeah. But let's go into the Royal Rumble. There's a new poster and flyer. First of all, that flyer looks dope. And there's a lot of electricity, so people are thinking The Rock is gonna return.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on that? You think that's just coincidence, or?
Yeah, I mean, they use fire, electricity. Yeah. They use like the earth, like earth, wind, and fire stuff. Mm-hmm. So it's just like how to I don't know, or a spark into the new year. I don't know.
Right.
I don't look into too much into that. I saw Cody Rhodes on there. That's what I cared about. We'll see.
Yeah, but that was like an obvious choice. We talked about it
Yeah.
before, saying like Cody Rhodes was supposed to come back in November, but he still wasn't ready. And then
Yeah.
they were just like, okay, you're not coming back to the Rumble then. Like, why bother?
Yeah.
So you come back at the Rumble
And then Mickey James won the Impact Championship. She might show up now again.
again. Yeah, dude, that still blows my mind because they showed the video clip
Hmm.
of her showing up at the Rumble, and I'm
Hmm.
just like, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
And it's just like damn, like a lot has happened within that year.
Yeah.
And we just started this year, and we're already McMahon's already back, so now it's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Now imagine Cody. I mean, we are going to get Cody Rhodes, but it's the is it the number one entrance, the number 230?
Yeah.
What number is it going to be? Same thing apparently with The Rock.
Mm.
So me personally, it's just it's just weird because first WrestleMania, right? I have no, like, if they told me how would you book WrestleMania, like what match, just match wise, I would do The Rock versus
Mm.
Roman Reigns night one for one of the titles. WrestleMania night two, I'll have Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes for the other
Mm.
title. But night one, I will have Roman Reigns go over, and then night two, Cody Rhodes go over.
Mm.
The problem is, how do you book that? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's the problem, because it's like, if Cody Rhodes wins the Rumble, yes, The Rock could just show up.
Yeah.
But then it's like that takes away the moment of Cody Rhodes.
Mm.
If The Rock wins the Rumble, then it's like, okay, then you got, because we ain't gonna see The Rock in the Elimination Chamber match.
No.
But if we could get Cody Rhodes in the Elimination Chamber match, and then he gets his spot, but once again, it's gonna take the moment away from Cody Rhodes.
Mm.
So it's like it puts everybody in the tough position.
Yeah.
And if you take both titles away from Roman Reigns, it's just like, who's gonna take the title away from him?
Yeah.
It's just one of those things that's weird. If I feel like if we are gonna, I don't mind seeing it one on one, but I prefer like a tag team match.
Yeah.
But who is The Rock to team up? The only person I could think of is Sami Zayn,
Mm.
if he John Cena,
Mm.
and then I guess one of, like Jay Uso. But
Ooh.
then it's like I would rather see the Usos and Roman Reigns versus The Rock and somebody like either like a two on three,
Yeah.
kind of like back like the Rock and Sock connection versus the Evolution back
Yeah.
then. But I don't know. It's just really weird. But who knows? We may not even get the Rock. So we're doing all this talking
Yeah.
and then finding out. Oh, he's not gonna. Is he gonna be part of WrestleMania for sure?
Yeah.
Is he gonna wrestle? Is the real question.
That's a good question. Yeah. Because you never know for sure. Because nowadays we don't know where the company's going.
It's you thinking now, but now we love wrestling again, because now we're thinking, okay, this is the direction it's going. Whatever. I already know what's gonna happen. Spoilers. And then we're finding out, oh, there was a curve. Ah, man, we missed it. Or now, okay, we're gonna pay attention to the next one. Okay, I know where it's going. Oh wow, you guys got me again. I wasn't expecting that. So at least wrestling is fun again. I keep hitting the table.
Yeah. Fine.
Hey, no. So, anyways, um, speaking of people quitting, even though that was a long time ago, Sasha Banks.
Yeah.
I don't really care, man. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
She ruined her hair. Happy for her.
Yeah,
That's
good
what
for
she's
her.
been wanting to do.
Yeah.
But it's just,
I stopped caring like once she left.
yeah.
I mean, I thought she was always a good wrestler, but once she left and stuff, and like how the way she did it, and after a while, she's like, it's like what, last May? I'm like, okay. Now it's like 1
Yeah.
year, 8 months later. I was like, okay, good for you.
I think it's because how she left. It makes me
Yeah.
be like, if it was like if she had like a farewell, like Brian Danielson,
Yeah.
you know how like he left. I mean, he didn't have to put. I mean, Roman Reigns was already over, but he
Yeah.
had the leave town match
Yeah.
with Roman Reigns. If it was something like that for Sasha Banks, I would respect it.
Yeah.
But no, it's just how she left.
Yeah.
Like, and plus, again, I don't even watch New Japan as much as I used to
Yeah.
because they had like the original Bullet Clubs and all that. Like I think AJ Styles is basically the reason why I started watching it.
Okay.
Once he left, I was like, okay, I was still following it. Then
Yeah.
Cody Rhodes got in the picture. I'm like, okay, I'll still follow it. But then once the whole basically when AEW started, it was just like I kind of gave up on New Japan.
Okay.
So
It's good. Just like okay, it's weird how they treat AEW as the second largest company, but and New Japan's been the second largest company for
yeah,
decades.
yeah.
Now they're
Would you
like,
say New Japan is bigger than AAA?
yeah,
No, I agree too. I just wanted your opinion. What
but
about
like,
CMLL?
no, CMML is like fourth or fifth right now.
So you're still saying? So you're saying New Japan is, but
It's second. They should be second, but they're acting like a like they're like an indie company.
right.
They're like a talent enhancement for AEW sometimes.
So you would say WWE is number one, then New Japan's two.
Yeah, but people think like because people always thought like, oh, AEW is the alternative to WWE, but New Japan was the alternative to WWE.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like they just everybody just like, oh, whatever. New
Yeah, because
Japan.
technically, in a way, overall, because I think it's because they're both in the States.
Yeah,
But yeah, I agree with that. Like, if you take all the wrestling company, you know, obviously, besides if even like let's say companies that close down like WCW, I
yeah,
would put WWE, WCW, New Japan,
yeah,
and yeah, and then I probably throw in NWA in there.
yeah.
Uh,
But like people like treat it like it's like oh yeah, oh New Japan still exists, you know?
yeah.
Some people are like it's different, it's weird, like those fans are like, oh, I know what New Japan is.
Mhm.
Like they're like, okay, I know what
Yeah, there's some people that's like
they get cocky about it.
they
Like,
watch one match and they're like there's or they watch Wrestle Kingdom and they think they know everything about wrestling, or not wrestling, but they know everything about New Japan.
yeah.
And it's just like I still haven't even seen the match with Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay.
Yeah, me neither.
Like I want to. Don't get me wrong, I
Oh
want to,
yeah.
but it's just like I I clearly in the back of my mind, I guess I don't really want to
Yeah.
because we could watch it right here right now.
Yeah.
But it's just I guess it's to me it's like it's not really it's I guess it's just more because I know he's AEW and it's just like I don't know. I guess it's like it's AEW Kenny Omega, not
Yeah.
New Japan, the cleaner Omega.
Yeah.
I think that's what the issue is,
Uh
you know,
like he's an AW guy doing him a favor or something.
basically.
Like, oh, take
So
the
it's
title off us.
AEW versus New Japan. I feel like it's kind of like I want to see what I want to see when I got to see AJ Styles versus John Cena.
Yeah.
That was great. But and it was cool because it started right away. Well, obviously
Yeah.
he had a feud with Jericho and then Roman Reigns, and eventually, you know, but that was Bullet Club version of AJ Styles.
Yeah.
You know, kind of slowly getting his foot through the door in WWE. I wanted to see TNA's AJ Styles
Mm,
versus John Cena. You
yeah.
know, same thing with Randy Orton. Randy Orton versus AJ Styles. It's like cool. This is a WrestleMania match. Mark Henry said it himself, saying that he's saying that it's. I find it hard to believe that this is not a WrestleMania match
Yeah.
because they both started in 2022. Randy Orton made a name for himself here in WWE. AJ Styles made a name for himself somewhere else in TNA and New Japan. So these are two guys that went up together in separate companies, and then they're gonna face each other at WrestleMania 35. Like
Mm,
that's a main event match, you
yeah.
know. Like that should have happened at WrestleMania. Same thing with John Cena. I mean, we got it at Money in the Bank, and then eventually got it at SummerSlam, which
Yeah.
was match of the year and match of the night. But that's how I felt with Kenny Omega. It was
Yeah.
like we're getting the AEW version. Obviously, he was still fighting wrestling like the New Japan style, but it's like it's AEW versus New Japan.
Yeah.
I want the New Japan versus New Japan.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I know that's kind of weird, but it's just
Yeah.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
But I don't know what else to talk about, man. What else is happening?
Just speaking of New Japan Strong might be ending. I think I know. I don't. I
What
forgot.
is that? Is that show?
That was like the U.S. It's like the U.S.
Oh,
show.
the one that takes place in California.
Yeah, that's a U.S. show for New Japan, but I hear they're gonna move away from it and go more international. So it's gonna be like New Strong was like their NXT. Like obviously they had a lot of it was like it was on California,
Yeah.
so they had more American stars there. Obviously they have American stars in Japan, but they're gonna focus more on like global stuff too, or focus mostly on I don't know. But they're gonna end the show, I think, after a pay per view or something like that, or their show.
Yeah, because when we went to Windy City Riot, there was a lot of guys. I knew them because of
New Japan Strong.
Yeah, well, I didn't know it was Strong.
The New Japan Strong title.
Yeah,
that was by who had that? Filthy Tom Lawler.
I think the Motor City Machine Guns are holding some
tag team titles.
Tag team titles.
So it's kind of like their NXT or their international expansion. But they're still Japan. That's the thing. They put Japan in the name, so it's like associated with Japan. Like WWE and AEW, there's no like United States,
right.
or
so
Mexico.
Maybe that's why people are getting. I mean, obviously we would know, but I'm guessing maybe they're not doing great on tickets because it's like you have to be a true fan.
But the Chicago one sold out. The one we went to, Windy City Riot.
Yeah, we got screwed on that. Remember how your brother got us front row tickets and they pushed us all the way back,
like 8th row.
Yeah,
like, what? We got front row.
His brother got us tickets for the third row.
Third row, yeah.
Third row. We were B or something like that.
Something like that.
And then I guess they got more seats. So instead of adding more seats behind us, they pushed our seats all the way back, so it was backwards. So A was front row, but instead they flipped it. A was on the back, and then it was C, B, and we're just like, so we were like, what? So his brother got screwed on that. I mean, we all did because we missed a lot of fun spots and all that.
We could still see it, but we had to zoom our camera pretty far.
Right. I mean,
we're like, what? We paid what?
Yeah, I think I enjoyed all of them except for the street fight because they weren't even wrestling in the ring.
I know.
The 6-man street fight, they were like outside. And
if we were third row, we would have seen it.
Yeah. We probably would have been on camera too.
There was always a guy standing in a chair like, what? You're like 6 foot, bro. What are you doing? He's like 5'8", sitting in a chair, like sit down.
Yeah, oh my god, it was like that street. That street fight was just horrible. We couldn't see anything.
Yeah,
but yeah, we were still able to see a good amount. But yeah, that was bogus. Like, why would you flip? Why don't we just add more seats behind us?
Yeah,
but they flipped the whole section. It was dumb.
Yeah,
but they closed it now, right?
Yeah, the autumn. Yeah, they closed it. But no, that's not the autumn. That was the New Japan seating company, whatever.
That whoever was in charge of that they messed up big time on that part. Oh, I mean, yeah, that was just whatever.
I felt like, what the?
Yeah, that did not make sense at all. So, oh man. Anyways, quick before we head out, give me 5 people, 5 surprise entrants that you would like to see at the Royal Rumble.
I think WWE's gonna probably go more, expand their friendships a little bit more. So I'm thinking Mickey James. I'm thinking Matt Cardona. He showed up on Raw, but he's not officially signed yet.
When did he show up on Raw?
Recently. Was he on Raw? Yeah. Chelsea Green.
Backstage?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. Eric Young.
Oh,
I forgot about Eric
Young. And it's funny, I just watched his match with Sami Callihan, the Death Machine Jeopardy, something like that. I just finished watching that and I totally forgot about that.
That's 4, right? That's Cardona, Chelsea Green,
Mickey James, Eric
Young. And I would say I'll throw in a curveball. I'll get like Josh Alexander in there.
Okay.
Like he was like, you know what? This might as well be the men's champion too.
Let's see. San Antonio, Texas, right?
Yeah, I was gonna go, but I didn't want to. It was expensive. No, I mean I don't want to fly out. I want to save money.
I'm gonna say Booker T because he did say he's ready for the Rumble.
Okay.
So I'll say Booker T. I gotta go with Eric Young just because you brought it up.
Exactly. That's why. Where is this guy? He died off screen. Now he's like,
oh yeah, he's dead, and he's gonna just show up on Rumble. Who else?
You can even expand it. It could be like, oh, they might get a New Japan guy because they got Carl Anderson over there.
I would say Bully Ray, just because I don't know if he signed with Impact.
I don't think so.
There was never an agreement.
He's also an NWA, so it's not like he's.
So I would say Bully Ray. So Eric Young, Booker T, Bully Ray. Who else can I throw out?
Any ladies out?
Oh yeah. I can't even think any ladies. I don't want to say Chelsea Green.
No.
But I will. You know what? I'll say Cora J. Cora J. From NXT. You know what? Mandy Rose. They don't have to, they could bring her back. Obviously, they can't sign her a contract, but she could make an appearance.
Yeah.
So I'll say Mandy Rose. You know who I definitely do want to see? Layla. Do you remember Layla?
Layla
from Michelle with Michelle Cool.
Yeah.
I want to see her back.
Layla. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I had a huge crush on her. But anyways, anything you want to say before we head out?
No, I mean only our merch or
do your thing, boo. Do your thing.
Yeah, you guys could check us out on Pro Wrestling Tees. We got cool shirts. Obviously, this goes to support equipment. I don't know if you see the green screen in the back.
No,
but green screens and microphones and stuff like that. So all that goes to that. And make sure to check us out on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter. Check our links out. We have a link tree. So if you go to our page, you can just click link tree, and then you can check all our social medias. You can follow us on there, and obviously YouTube. That's you can check out YouTube, like, subscribe, and follow.
Oh yeah, thank you, Impact Wrestling. You're probably never gonna see this, but thank you for liking my TikTok video.
There you go.
I appreciate it. You guys made my day. I'm pretty sure you're not gonna see this part, but hey, I just want to give you guys a shout out. But anyways, do your thing, Ever.
All right, listen. This will be it for this episode. I'm Ever, and this is Ian,
and we are out.
Bye, guys.
Doo-doo-doo!